Liberty University, Michael Pigon here, harmonyofthegospelsolved.com. Hey, I'm going to present to you the final definitive harmonization of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. This is a 13.5-foot poster. I just created this April 2018, and it proves my 2000 project. So I'll introduce that to you. And then I just have a couple books here to help facilitate this little presentation. Hey, I want to ask that you would give me a courtesy call. So if you would, take my number down. And I've hit a crisis in my life. So this project has pretty much broken me, emotionally, and God knows how many ways. Area code 626-327-2516. This is the true timeline of Christ's earthly ministry. So if you look at the 3 videos that are on my website, you'll see 3 presentations. But the third one, I climb up a ladder and I show you how this proves harmony of the gospel solved. So you'll see this is Harmony of the Gospel Solved by Michael Pigon. I created this as a unique and original project in fall 2000, michael.pigon@gmail.com. And what happened was I just used chapter headings and subheadings from a standard Pew Edition New King James Version. I just put the section headings in 4 columns. So in 2000, can you believe it, 18 years ago, I identified that only 4 blocks of Matthew are out of order. And they're out of order very orderly. So on another page, I do a presentation to Daryl Bach. You can see that. I think that's really interesting. There's so many ways to prove this project. But here's Peter's mother-in-law is healed and many healed after Sabbath sunset. This is just 4 verses in Matthew. And then here they are in Mark. Peter's mother-in-law healed, many healed after Sabbath sunset. And here it is in Luke. Peter's mother-in-law healed, many healed after Sabbath sunset. Here it is in Matthew chapter 8. Peter's mother-in-law is healed and many healed after Sabbath sunset. These verses just go right there. There they are. When you move them, then they go like that. So you'll see, if you take a look at the videos, we have a biblical authority to read these 4 verses of Matthew according to where they're placed in Mark and Luke. And that's because of the 2-witness principle established by Moses, Jesus, and Paul. So I cover that. I like the video that I made for Daryl Bach. Not the presentation to him so much on the main page, but on Bach, B-O-C-K has his own page that I created for him. And in that document, I cover Jesus forgives and heals a paralytic, Matthew the tax collector, Jesus is questioned about fasting. And once again, here they are right here. Jesus forgives and heals a paralytic. Sorry about that. Jesus forgives and heals a paralytic, Matthew the tax collector, Jesus is questioned about fasting. Jesus forgives and heals a paralytic, Matthew the tax collector, Jesus is questioned about fasting. Sure enough, here they are in Matthew. Jesus forgives and heals a paralytic, Matthew the tax collector, Jesus is questioned about fasting. This block just goes right here. Just like that. There they are. There it is. Jesus forgives and heals a paralytic, Matthew the tax collector, Jesus is questioned about fasting. So one thing this poster does is identifies those 4 very obvious blocks of text that are out of order. And the other thing it does is it shows that there's nothing topical about these 4 displaced portions of Matthew. There's nothing topical about them. They just They just belong there. Like that. This material is here and here. So this is the area where there was a displaced text. So that's what I did with this project. Is you know, I put all the text. It covers 3 seasons of Jesus' ministry. That's all the text. So on the 3rd video on my Gospel's Masterpiece page, you'll see me climb the ladder and walk you through the presentation. And one of the exciting insights, for example, is when you look at over here in Luke, the miraculous catch of fish. And up here we have 4 fishermen called his disciples. When you have all the text, see, here's all the text. And you'll see me give that presentation, but it shows why Jesus had to come and do the miraculous catch of fish. It's because of the crowds. The crowd was enormous. And he had began his preaching ministry very early on. After Peter's mother-in-law is healed, many healed after Sabbath sunset, and then Jesus heals a great multitude. It's right there. And Matthew, the content of Matthew, the crowds are enormous. So that's just 3 seasons. Summer, autumn, winter. Summer, autumn, winter. This is the area of displaced text. Just 3 seasons. So it's very easy to solve. And for 18 years I've been carrying this around, and now it's finally broken me. I haven't worked since January. Here's another way to look at this. You see that right there? Matthew 9. A paralytic healed. This is just the New American Standard by Foundation Publications. I've been in touch with Pike Lambeth of the Lockman Foundation. But see how prolific that is in Matthew 9:1. Jesus gets in a boat. And then Matthew 9:2 is displaced text. See that? Matthew 9:2 is displaced text. Because Jesus doesn't get in the boat. I'll show you. See? This is on the Bach video. So here, here's 2 demon-possessed men healed, right? That's a famous story. They all have that. And then Jesus gets in a boat to leave the demon-possessed man in Matthew 9:1. And he does not go to Matthew 9:2 to forgive and heal the paralytic, Matthew the tax collector, and Jesus' question about fasting. That's Matthew 9:2. He doesn't get in a boat to go do that. He's just up here. Jesus forgives and heals a paralytic, Matthew the tax collector, Jesus' question about fasting. Jesus forgives and heals a paralytic, Matthew the tax collector, Jesus' question about fasting. This block just goes up here. So in Matthew 9:1, he gets in the boat, and we can see where he goes over here. But you can also see it. You can also see it on this poster. See that? So I don't even know. This is Matthew 11, so it's going to be up there somewhere. So I'm gonna let you go. Keep the video short. I'm a broken man. I've been in the emergency room 3 times last month, and the 5 people that I made the videos for, I thought I had long-term friendships, or at least acquaintances or something, and now they've gone silent on me, and I don't know what the deal is. So I'm wondering if liberty and Jerry Falwell Jr., and I wonder if you're out of the politics a little bit or whatever their problem is. I honestly don't know. It's so easy to solve the harmony of the Gospels. There's just 4 blocks of Matthew that are obviously out of order. You just put them where they belong, where they match Mark and Luke. Now you can line up all the text. It all lines up. So, this is a harmony of the Gospels, right? This is a famous one. Everybody knows this book. Stanley Gundry's still around. I guess he's at Zondervan. We lost Dr. Thomas last year. This is my Bible from 1965. I was baptized, Polish Catholic, Southern California. All-American guy, though, but it's got a harmony of the Gospels in it, 1965. And in 2008, I was awarded my second master's for definitively, or rather for successfully defending my thesis-driven research project. You have to identify John 5. John 5 right here. So I cover that. I cover the first 2 seasons in my second video. Hopefully you have the interest. I don't know. Calvary Chapel, quiet. My friends, quiet. Everything's quiet. It's like the technology doesn't work. And you're next on my list, hoping that there's some virtuous scholarship over there. Because it's not only is it defensible, it's obvious. So you don't know me, I don't know you. And would you give me a call? Because I can use the encouragement and the feedback. I don't know what the problem is here. I know the ramifications are huge. This will affect all the Bibles and the section headings. It'll affect some of the translations, all the reference work, commentaries. But it's very easy to solve. Mark and Luke line up. Mark and Luke line up from top to bottom, beginning to end. And there's a reason that scholarship hasn't always recognized that. Instead, we've mistakenly believed that Matthew's topical without knowing, which ones were topics. But here they are. They're just these just go right here. The story's amazing. Excuse me, I have something of a reflex. I was just finally given a specialist, so I'm calling this afternoon to go see a specialist for my heart. All right, love you, don't know you, hope to hear from you. If you're interested in sharing the life of Jesus, we have the story, the whole story. That's the 3 seasons right there. Everything else lines up. See that? Everything else lines up. This is the Bible that I purchased as a new Christian. Nope. Sorry. No comment. I'm very clumsy with my eye-hand coordination. No commentary, no reference. I just wanted, in 1990 as a new Christian, I just wanted a Bible. And I could see there was something going on chronologically. It wasn't right. And I tried to solve the harmony of the Gospels as a new Christian in 1990. And then in 2000, I did this as a unique and original work. So if you look at the Bach video, I think you'll like that. Very clear. It made me sick to do this work because of the crowds. You know, you stare into the life of Jesus like that, especially you're the first one to see it. That's 3 seasons. It's just you just move those 4 sections of Matthew to where they obviously go. Scholarship will always move this one. They'll move that one. And now Darrell Bach has conceded, in an email that he says we know that we agree that someone has moved it. Now this one's very easy to see also. It very, very obviously goes up here. Then this one goes here and this one goes there. 4 blocks. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just looks like that. I feel like honest truth, I feel like it's kind of life or death. I'm not going anywhere, but I was in the emergency room 3 times last month, and I don't know what the problem is here. I don't know why scholarship isn't embracing this work. It's very clear, very obvious. Area code 626-327-2516. Michael Pigon, Master of Divinity, Master of Arts in Religion, emphasizing biblical studies. All right, you ready to change the world? and you share the life of Jesus with all of your Bible students? Yeah, all of your university students. It's the true timeline of Christ's earthly ministry. That's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Right here. It's right here. I'm trying to get myself to hit the stop record. I just feel like I'm really in jeopardy, health, and just kind of crashing. I don't know what to do. So I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna send this to you. I already sent an email to the Biblical Studies New Testament department, but no one got back to me. I was going to make a custom video for you, but I didn't get a reply. So I'll try again. All right, love you. Hope to hear from you. Thanks, bye.